These are MX239s. One of them is a gravel and one of them is just the general MX239. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a brief overview as to the subtle differences between these two models of shoe. So first off, just as a general reference, this size 42 MX239 regular model is 436 grams, and this size 44 gravel version of the same shoe is 373 grams. So bigger shoe, less weight. So there are some differences off the bat straight away. And the reason for that weight difference is that this is a microfiber upper, there's less weight in it. MX239 has this leather Hellcore version. They've done away with the supple cow leather upper of the 238 when they went to the 239. So this now is a much more hard wearing shoe. But compared to the gravel version of the same shoe, the main difference really that you'll notice, other than the weight, is the actual sole itself. The lug pattern on the gravel version is slightly less aggressive, so there's less space there for water to get slushed out and water to get in between and out with the lugs. You can see that the regular version would be kind of more off-road, mud, running around. I need some traction. Of course, you can put spikes in both. Other part of this difference is that there's like less coverage on the gravel version. So looking around the bottom half of the shoe here, underneath where the kind of rubber protector is, you can see on this one there's no bare carbon, and this one there is. So that's some of the difference in weight is also coming from this difference in coverage as well. In terms of the way that these shoes lace up though, and the way that these shoes actually fit and feel on your foot, other than the weight, there's not really that much difference. So let me just give you a rough overview of the shoe in general. You have a nice double boa setting, one boa nice and high on the kind of the lateral aspect of the ankle, and one boa slightly further away, more of the mid forefoot area on the shoe. This double boa system is really nice for the closure of the shoe. When you put it on, you can see that you take the tongue away from the outside bit. The tongue on the inside part of the shoe is kind of all in one, so it's fully connected to the instep of the shoe. That'll be an outtake, but it won't really. You can see the fastening system. When I put the shoe on, banging my heel slightly further back, I'm going to tuck this in, do the ankle boa first, do the forefoot nice and loose, and you can see that the instep is getting pulled more and more towards the inside of my foot, which just provides a little bit of support. You can see as I stand, the shoe is holding quite nicely my instep across the length of my arch quite well. Of course, the sole on the 239 model is built up on the instep as well, so there's slightly more support on the instep than standard compared to a fully flat shoe. It doesn't really interfere that hard if you have custom insoles. It just feels like a little bit extra support in there. Quite like it. The other aspects of these shoes that are similar would be they have reflective strip across the back. So you can see there you have the reflective silver part on the back of the shoe, just a little bit of safety and visibility on the shoe. They've got Li2 boas on both models. You can actually change boas up. So for instance, if you ever break a boa, they've got a lifetime warranty, which is nice, but you can also buy different colored boas. You can get like gold or white or whatever color that takes your fancy on these shoes. If you go on the BOA website and check out Li2 boas, you can buy them either direct from Lake or BOA themselves. There's lots of nice different colorways you can have to spice up your life a little bit with these shoes, which is quite nice. There's not many other differences between these shoes. This is a little bit heavier duty, so if you're going to be, this is the regular version, if you're going to be maybe doing a little bit more of actual cross-country mountain biking, or if you're going to be doing enduro style riding, this shoe is slightly more rugged. So if you smack your foot against a log or you smack it against a rock, it's going to be better able to deal with scuffing because of this Hellcore heavy treated leather. Slightly better at wicking away the moisture from your foot because it's like a natural substance as well, so this one's going to breathe slightly better. In terms of the waterproofness, you probably want to keep treating this leather as you keep it, so if it gets like heavily mudded, for instance if you've got a long day in the woods and it's raining and it's really muddy, take care of this real leather one a little bit more carefully than you would do just by wiping down this one. And actually, to be honest, as I've just put the shoe down and picked this gravel version up, I could feel in my hand noticeably that it's lighter. Those are just the core differences between the shoes. The slightly different upper material material, noticeable difference in weight, changes in the lug pattern at the bottom, slightly less grip, slightly less heavy duty protection on the underside of the gravel version with a raw exposed carbon fiber sole. On the regular version, slightly more heavy duty lugs that are going to squelch into deeper mud, wetter mud. There's spikes on both that you can install should you want separately. Full coverage on the sole, of course, as well on the regular version. And there you are, that's the subtle differences between the gravel version and the regular version of the MX239 shoe.